Hey, Jake's Lego Corner here with my thoughts on the brand new January 2025 Lego City sets. Up first, we have the Emergency Ambulance, which will retail for $24.99 Canadian. And this set is probably my favorite set of the wave. I've wanted an ambulance for quite a while, but I haven't really felt like buying a big hospital or 4+ set, so it's really nice to get an individual one on its own that isn't a gift with purchase. It's also really nice that you can access it easily from both sides and the back. I do not know about the top, but even without that, it is very accessible for you to get your hands in, and it looks like it uses the space well. Up next, we have the Holiday Camper Van, which is probably my second favorite set of the wave. It'll retail for $39.99 Canadian, and it's probably one of the largest motorhomes that Lego's made for Lego City. You can fit 2 minifigures up front, and inside you have a small kitchenette, a little dining area, a bathroom, like a crib for the baby, and a pair of bunk beds, so you can sleep all 3 minifigures inside. And again, I think this is the first time Lego has done that, and it just seems really nice. And $40 doesn't seem too overpriced for what you're getting. Then we have the Donut Truck, which will retail for $24.99 Canadian, and this is probably my third favorite set. I really liked the Bargar van from last year, so I'm really happy they're continuing the food trucks in that style where you can take the back part off and use it as like a carnival stand instead of just a food truck. Not to mention, this one looks really nice. My one complaint, and it's not really even a complaint, is that this set is pushing the stereotype that cops like donuts, because if I am not mistaken, the minifig who isn't the truck worker is a police officer, but I might be wrong. Up next, we have the Off-Road Mountain Truck, which will retail for $24.99 Canadian. And this set is really well built. It looks like an off-road vehicle. It has a functioning winch at the front, which is very useful for play. As far as I know of, it has a sleeping bag in the back and some other survival equipment. I think you can only fit one minifig inside, but I may be wrong. This set I might get, I might not get, I haven't decided. It's just a nice set. I think kids will love it. Next, we have the Lifeguard Truck, which will retail for $29.99 Canadian, and this set I do feel like is a bit overpriced. You can fit 2 minifigs in the front seat of the truck, and you have enough equipment for 2 lifeguards, which is kind of where my problem lies. You get enough equipment for 2 lifeguards, but they only give you 1. You get a Starfire for you to rescue, but you only get 1 lifeguard, even though the truck is clearly meant for 2. Besides that, it looks good. It's very, I think kids would like it as well, but it really should have came with a second lifeguard, especially at the $30 price point. Up next, we have the red sports car, which will retail for $12.99 Canadian. And I really like that. They are slowly lowering the prices, making sets more affordable, because if this released last year, it would have been like $13.99. I know it's only a $1 price difference, but it's nice that they have started lowering prices. In fact, if you look at any set that should be $13.99 Canadian from this January wave, be it Marvel, DC, Ninjago, City, Minecraft, all of it, it has gone down $1. Same with the $17.99 sets. They've all gone, the $19.99 sets have all gone down to $17.99. And it's just really nice to see that Lego is slowly lowering the prices, making sets affordable again. Back on track to the car, because I kind of got off track there. It looks nice. It's very generic. For 12, 13 bucks, I could see a lot of people getting this as a good city set to fill their Lego cities, be it a collector or a kid just wanting to play with it. Up next, we have the Fire Truck, Helicopter, and Submarine Remix, which is just a mouthful of a set name, and it will retail for $79.99 Canadian. And I feel like that's definitely too expensive for what it is. Also, the premise of this set doesn't make sense. Like, why would you want to mix and match pieces from a fire truck, a helicopter, and a submarine? Those just don't feel like things that would go together. It would make a bit more sense if they were all cars, but all of them being different types of transportation makes it kind of confusing, and the end result won't look good. So the sets, like the builds individually, look very solid. I was kind of tempted to get this when I first saw the image because I really liked how the builds looked. And if you're gonna keep them like that, good on you, get the set. But I do not see any potential in somebody buying this with the goal of mixing and matching car pieces. Then we have the No Limits race car ramp, which will retail for $64.99 Canadian. And it's a pretty decent set for what you're paying. I see kids could enjoy this. I don't see how an adult fan could get any enjoyment out of this. But I feel like the kids would like it. But only having 2 soapbox cars is kind of annoying. I feel like it should have came with 3 or 4. But there's another set that will solve that problem very quickly. Up next, we have the Pizza vs. Fire Truck and Airplane vs. Hospital Bed Soapbox Racers, which will both retail for $12.99 Canadian. And these sets make perfect companions to the Soapbox Ramp set. I feel like they are more like accessory sets than actual sets, though. Like, I don't see the point of really getting these cheaper sets unless you already have the ramp. I know you can make your own ramps, but it just feels more like add-ons. I still might end up getting the hospital bed and airplane set because it does look nice, but I'm probably not gonna keep them built. I might kind of modify it into an actual hospital bed and then use the airplane for pieces. But these sets do look nice. I keep saying it, they just feel like add-ons. Next up, we have the Scrapyard, which will retail for $99.99 Canadian. And once again, I feel like this is one of those sets that they've lowered the price on. I feel like if it had released in 2024, it would have easily cost $120 or $130. But because they lowered the prices of a bunch of sets, it's now $100. This set does also look really nice. It's a shame, and I know they couldn't do this because it's physically impossible, but it's a shame that the car compactor doesn't actually work and compacts the cars. I'm sure there is a way they could have done it, but then the cars wouldn't be functional. Like, you couldn't actually drive them around or anything in your Lego City, and I know that's something that Lego still needs to keep in mind especially when focusing on kids-based sets. But, this set looks good. Anybody would probably want to add this to their city if they have one. It's a great addition. Then we have the Galactic Spaceship, which will retail for $99.99 Canadian. And this set looks pretty good for a spaceship, especially a non-licensed one. Is it the best spaceship Lego's ever made? Probably not. Is it the best one they're ever gonna make? Probably not as well. But for what you're paying, it's a very solid set. I have not gotten a good image of the inside of the ship, so I don't know what it's working with. All I know is it's modular, and it has a good variety of different spacemen. They are definitely going with more of a classic space minifig design on this one, with the kind of with just the torso design that the minifigs have. This feels like a obvious pick up for anybody who is a big fan of space. And to round things off, we have some 4+ sets, being the Ladar Fire Truck, which will retail for $24.99 Canadian. The red Tractor, which will retail for $24.99 Canadian. And the yellow Construction Front Wheel Loader, which will retail for $17.99 Canadian. These sets aren't that great. They're 4+. They don't look awful though. I mean, the fire truck kind of that does, but like the tractor and the construction set, they look okay. I feel like the tractor is a bit overpriced. It really should be the $17.99 price point, just like the loader. And it's also the one that I kind of would have liked, but unfortunately it's 4+ and it's overpriced. It doesn't look awful though, so if I saw it on sale for maybe even $19.99, maybe $17.99, maybe lower, I'd pick it up. Even the construction loader, if I saw it at a cheap price point, it's always nice to have more construction vehicles. I feel like it would go good with like the steamroller and the crane truck and the digger from last year. But at the price points, and like, they're not great for what they are. They're not bad for what they are. They're probably really good for kids, but once again, they are not built for an 18-year-old or higher. They are meant for kids who are just getting into Lego. I'm not the right demographic for it. I shouldn't really be judging them. They aren't for me to decide whether it's good or bad. Anyways, that's the end of my video. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe. And stay tuned for more stuff like this in the future. Bye!